On another note, regarding the people's authority and free government, here is the need to be able to dethrone deceitful, self-serving, and corrupt political officials through the court. So what essentially has happened is that we, the people, at some point, right, we go and we establish these government entities to and we delegated certain powers so that they can kind of run what is necessary so that we, the people, can live our lives. But essentially, we have forgotten, like through time, oh, okay, when we've been blindly just trusting these individuals to be individuals of honesty and integrity, and this passive trust has been utilized to our disadvantage. And so you've had epic books throughout history, like was that like Rules for Radicals? It was a political playbook on essentially how to climb the political ladder by all means necessary and get the power you need to overcome poverty and fulfill whatever agenda you want, regardless of what people want. And it's a book that condones lying, manipulating, and cheating if it'll get you there. And the only reason that is possible and has been possible is because we, the people, the ones who have instituted, we are the source of government power, okay? We, the people, are the source of government power. Essentially, we reached a point where we gave government power and we got so content as a people, as a nation, and we just like let it go on cruise control. And so government's been going on cruise control, and essentially what we're in right now is a few generations of individuals who don't even know or feel that they have any authority in government and how our government functions, that we are subject to whatever laws they make, whatever they say, as if they rule over us. And they're not supposed to rule over us. They're supposed to manage, like we are the head and they are the administrative. We, the people, are the CEO of this nation, and government is administrative. That's it. There's these politicians, right? These people in power, they feel enthroned because we've essentially, we the people as a culture in America, we have placed government positions and political positions on a pedestal that they don't deserve to be on, right? That's partly why they're not supposed to get paid much. You know, when politicians, and I hate this, it really revs me up when politicians try to look at me or they say that, you know, we barely make any money doing this, like they're doing society this greater good. If they're being honest, then they have no idea the power that they have been entrusted with. If they're being honest, if they really feel that they're just, they don't know. The other ones that do know the power are leveraging all the benefits, all the loopholes, making all types of deals behind the scenes with corporations and lobbyists to push agendas, manipulate policies in certain favors, and do everything within their means in their political office to favor their clients. Essentially, that's the power that they have. And they do it repeatedly, they get away with it, and they have a limited term, but better believe that they are making money at the end of their term. They've got incredible book deals. They got all these perks, as if they did something amazing for this country or their state, and they didn't. They essentially just shook hands with a lot of wealthy individuals with power. And so, how do we, the people, dethrone them? I'm going to throw out a suggestion, and I would love to encourage anyone who knows of a corrupt individual, politician, mayor, whatever. I believe that the solution would be rallying civilians to essentially sue the state to fire individuals. So if a politician is caught in some type of scandal, you're no longer trusting him or whatever, essentially it would be presenting a case to sue the like civilly, like a civil lawsuit kind of thing, where we the people, if you delegate, would present the charges against said politician or judge or police or whatever, and ask the court to give a declaratory relief, right? Because what's been happening is that government has been controlling and checking government. And in law, there's a term for this. It's called conflict of interest. Yeah, I did creep up closer to the camera for that. Government cannot check government. Like, it is a conflict of interest. And so what's been happening is that a lot of lawyers and judges and police officers, they're part of these, I won't say cults, but I will say these like fraternal type brotherhood organizations, police organizations, lawyer bar associations, Italian bar associations, right? And essentially their platform out of like the Masonic Lodge, but essentially they pledge oaths to one another. And so you have these political established officials who have an oath of office, yet they have oaths of fraternal bonds to their fraternal friends that are also lawyers and judges and politicians, right? And there's favoritism. So how do we check that? You know, a police officer or judge or whatever is caught in some type of scandal and corruption, and we have to essentially passively wait on their fellow possible, you know, brother, you know, family member, essentially, to rule a verdict, to provide a remedy. This isn't acceptable. The other part to this problem, right, is that people, like, they absolutely dread jury duty. But jury duty is like a huge responsibility. We believe that government cannot govern itself. And so, or check itself, hold itself accountable. No way. So when corruption, misdeed is an issue, we believe that a civilian entity has to be established to judge publicly these corrupt individuals. Currently, the systems in place is the union. The union is an established organization that does not subject itself to our Constitution, yet it has been entrusted by our government to essentially, you know, help and advocate and protect the interest of government, you know, members, bodies, you know, people who work for the government. They need to be dethroned. The union should be completely barred from any judicial responsibility or trust. There's a huge conflict of interest. And the other thing that the union does is essentially they serve the government, yet they have the ability to sue the government and collect rewards. No, 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 no. Completely unacceptable. Union lawyers should not be entitled to, for at least for government employees, to collect any type of government money. It's just unacceptable. But essentially, we the people have to rally and address these legal questions in court. The other problem with the union, right, is that because they are not a part of our judicial system, right? The America, USA, has been established with three governments, right? The executive, the legislative, and the judicial. So when internal reviews and internal investigations are being done within police for police corruption, or some type of corruption with a judge or whatever, or a mayor or a governor or something like that, when the union gets involved and they start doing their internal investigations, right? This is all being done outside, outside of the judicial branch system. And so what essentially is happening is that there is no case law or precedence being set at a public level, and so nor at a nationally binding level. So unless a case is being heard in a US court of law, there's no real record that is accessible in the way that our Constitution has established the judicial process to run. I hope I'm making sense. So it's very important that when these things happen, that we the people present these matters to a court on our own initiative, or if you can hire a lawyer. Honestly, if you can hire a lawyer to do this, it would be great. There's just no real monetary reward aside from we're balancing the scales of power. And if you're like me and you're okay courageously pioneering this, please, I encourage you, again, please connect with BG2G, shoot us an email, sign up for a justice advocacy appointment, and partner with us on this mission. Blessings.